I had a lot of bullshit going on this week, so that's why this episode review is so damn late. Welcome to another episode review of Insecure Season 2. Episode number, Molly, what the fuck are you doing? So Issa's in the car. She's getting ready to go see Daniel. She knocks on the door trying to be all sexy, acting like she a damn UPS driver, girl. And she's talking about, oh, I'm delivering a package for you. And she's trying to be all sexy. And Daniel's like, look, I got a gun. She's like, it's Issa. They go in the house. They get it in. He asks if she has any plans for tomorrow. And because he wants her to come through. And Lord, he is getting dressed. And he is just, did y'all see that body? Oh my God, the body. Oh, why is he so perfect? Everything about Daniel is just so perfect. Oh, I need me a Daniel. Oh my God, he's... Next scene, Molly, I believe she's actually in Chicago or else there in LA. I'm not sure, but she's talking to Lil Rel and he's asking her if she said anything to the big bosses about the white dude Travis making more money than her. She says, no, you know, I can't say nothing. He's like, man, you got options, man. Don't just spend your time here, you know, where you're not being valued. Like, go where you're celebrated, you know. And she's just like, I put in 4 years at this company. Like, I don't want to just let it go to waste, which honestly 4 years isn't a long time, but it's like nowadays in the corporate world, yeah, 4 years at a company is a pretty long time. So next scene, Molly and Issa, they are cutting roses in honor of, well, they're preparing for Molly's parents' vow renewal. They've been married 35 years and they're renewing their vows and having a, you know, a cute little party at the house. Daniel texts Issa to see if she wants to link up. And Molly, and she's texting her back with the love on her face, and then Molly's like, who you texting? Daniel, but you know, we just friends who fuck. I'm not trying to catch feelings right now. It is what it is. He's just one of the niggas in my rotation right now. See, the thing that bothers me about Issa right now is that she's trying so hard to be a hoe and she sucks at it. This is not Issa. She is the relationship type. She needs to let go of this little rotation bullshit. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. She's doing it because she thinks it's cool. She thinks it's how she'll get over Lawrence. But no, that going on a rotation is not how you get over somebody. Alright. She says, you know, I got Daniel, I got the neighbor bae, and then I'm about to go on a date with some Latino. She's like, oh, that's racist. Yeah, just a little bit. That might be slightly racist. So Lawrence has jury duty. So while they're sitting there waiting to see who's gonna be selected, he's stalking on Kelly's Facebook page and she's doing a damn chili pepper, hot pepper challenge. She is a motherfucking fool. And he sees the picture of her and Daniel and Issa and all them at that restaurant from the previous episode. He gets in his feelings because he sees Daniel and he's like, damn, she's still messing with Daniel? Yeah, you broke up with her. Fuck you. My, how the tables have fucking turned. Remember a couple episodes ago, Issa was the one stalking Tasha's and Lawrence's social medias, but now Lawrence is the one doing it and now Issa's not even thinking about his ass. Look at that. They're interviewing jurors and they ask a black woman, has she ever testified before? Okay, she says no. And he says, do you harbor any feelings towards the LAPD? She stands up, she opens her blazer and she has on a Black Lives Matter shirt, and then the judge was like, bitch, I ain't buying that, sit your ass down. So she sits down. You know how people try to get out of jury duty and shit. I've never done it before. It seems boring as hell unless it's like a murder case, unless it's like an open and shut murder case. That shit seems like it would be boring as hell to be on a jury. But it's just civic duty, so it's something we all gotta do. But Lawrence gets dismissed. Issa's at work and she tries to make small talk with Frida, but there's a whole lot of tension between them. Okay, Frida says Issa was trying to help herself in a situation at the Latino school with the vice principal Gaines, and Issa was like, what are you talking about? I was just trying to make the best out of a shitty situation. We weren't getting any assistance from the vice principal, so you know, I had to just go along with what he was saying and doing and shit. And she was like, you're pretty much saying that the vice principal was racist, but girl, black people can't be racist. And then Frida was like, yes, they can, because racism is about manipulation of power to get what you want. And then Issa was like, okay, you don't have to be literal about it. Okay, damn. Issa's like, girl, you pretty much have the privilege to pick and choose what you want to be offended about. This selective offensiveness, being selectively offended, whatever, bye, do that shit somewhere else. It must be nice to be able to pick and choose when you want to call out grievances against people. Frida just says, you know, I just expected more from you, Issa, blah, blah, blah. Who are you? Her mother? Girl, bye. Because Frida seems to me like one of those type of people that cares more about animals than black lives. I'm just saying. But yeah, her selective outrage is something else, because that white privilege card must be real nice to have in your back pocket to be able to whip it out and use it whenever the fuck you want to. Alright, so next scene we have Molly and Alejandro, aka Dro. It's just him and Molly. Again, where the fuck is his wife? He says she's at a bachelorette party in Cabo. Nigga, are y'all separated? Do you have her locked in a closet at home so that you can be in this open marriage by yourself? What's tea, girl? What's tea, bro? I don't think he's that cute, but you know, black Twitter just seems to be like in all of a rage about him. It's just something about him. So they're talking about the kiss and grind, and he's like, well, did you ever think about me before that? Did you ever think of me like that? And then she was like, yeah, when you had your color contacts for that little phase, and then when you took them out, I was like, ugh, nigga, never mind. But she was like, now you married, and open marriage or not, that's not what I want. I said, yay, Molly. But wait. So Issa's out. She hits up Daniel to see if he's going to be out and about later, if she could slide through. She's actually in the process of walking in to some type of bar to meet her date, but she's texting Daniel. And he's an older Latino man, but they're really vibing. They're really getting along well. So the date goes on, the conversation's still going. Daniel texts her like, are you still coming through? And she's like, nah, something came up, I can't make it. Okay, cool. So the date's going really well, and they say, you know, we're gonna do this again. He's like, I got a flight to catch in the morning, but we really need to do this again sometime. So I'm like, okay, good. You know, maybe we'll see him again. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll stay in the rotation. Maybe not. The first date went a little too well, so I really wonder what's wrong with him or how Issa's gonna fuck this up. So we'll just wait and see. So she's at work. Issa's at work. Daniel hits her up. Again, as much as they talk, you would think that they, you know, would like think that they should go together. Issa says she'll make it up to him tonight about not being able to get up with him yesterday because unbeknownst to him, she was on her date. Frida's throwing shade at work. They're talking about something. I forget exactly what they're talking about. I don't care about these scenes like that. But Frida is just like, adults can also have a hard time being honest with themselves, just like teenagers, blah, blah. And yeah. Oh, what I did catch was that the girl that Issa partnered up with in their little team building exercise or whatever was actually her best friend from the Awkward Black Girl series. If you haven't checked it out on YouTube, y'all need to check that shit out. It is just as good as Insecure. It's so good that Issa is bringing on a lot of people from Awkward Black Girl as well as other social media stars. The next scene is Molly invited. Remember that guy Lionel from a couple days back, the one that Molly said, you know, oh, he's got all the checks in the boxes, he got a good job, he got all this going for himself, but I don't know what it is. I'm just not feeling him. I'm not sure. He's actually her date to her parents' vow renewal ceremony. And we see Dro's parents. So Dro is like black and Latino, probably like black and Dominican or some shit. Dominican's black, so Dro's Afro-Latino pretty much. And they're all speaking Spanish, and Molly introduces her date, Lionel, to Dro. And she's introducing him, doesn't even get his occupation right, okay? She says he's a mortgage broker. He's like, no, bitch, I'm a marketing consultant. Get it right, girly. we're gonna be doing something. You need to know my damn profession. He ain't say all that. Y'all know that. That's just me paraphrasing, being extra, okay? So Molly's talking to her brother about Lionel, who's her brother in this episode is played by Richie Loco with his sexy Tupac looking ass. Issa knows how to cast these beautifully dark chocolatey men. She's bringing people from Awkward Black Girl, other social media stars onto her show. She's just bringing everybody on her glow up with her, and oh, I fucks with her so heavy for that. Molly and her brother, they step off to the side or something, and her brother's like, you know, just because he's got his shit together don't mean y'all gonna end up like mom and dad. You know, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow because it ain't really no rules to this shit, all right? And Molly's like, well, you just saying that because you married a stripper. And he was like, well, I love her even though she trapped my ass. But if you're not feeling this nigga, do not waste your time. And what her brother's pretty much saying is like, don't be with somebody just because you think he's a good look. Because he, like you said, has all his checks in the box on paper. But if you're not feeling him in real life, then there's no point in wasting neither his nor your time. So Lawrence is out with his friend. I forget his name, but that's Tiffany's husband. And he says, you know, he's telling him about him Facebook stalking and seeing Issa still with Daniel. And he's like, man, is he still chilling with her? Like, what's the tea? And he was like, was she playing me the whole time? You know, women are slick about they cheating and shit. And then the friend is like, nah, man, Issa ain't like that. But this ain't necessarily all on her, nigga. You was unemployed for 2 years, sleeping on that girl couch. She was pretty much your mom. Okay, up until the demise of your relationship. So you ain't necessarily to blame. Don't sit up here and play victim. Don't sit up here and say that she was cheating on you the whole time, because she probably wasn't. But you weren't, you know, you also didn't have it all going on yourself. So then we see Lawrence back at the crib, and he's lurking on Issa's Facebook page, and then it appears that he blocks her. Okay. So next scene, Issa called her brother, and he says, you know, they're arguing about what happened at work. You know, when Frida said, oh, adults can't necessarily admit when they're wrong. And then her brother was dragging her like, yeah, you pretty much can't admit when you're wrong. And she's like, shut the fuck up. And then she hangs up, and then Neighbor Bae hits her up. He's smoking. He Snapchats her. All right. He's like, hey, what you doing? How bored are you? Send me a video. So she tries to send him a selfie of her boobs. Mind you, she's still at fucking work. She's in the bathroom. She starts to pull up her shirt, and then one of her white racist co-workers walks in, and she sees Issa, you know, about to, you know, and then Issa's just like, oh, nope, just screening for cancer, you know, nothing to see here. And then her co-worker's like, ew, that's not something you do at work. If you're gonna do it, at least like go in a stall where you have privacy. Like, get you some privacy, you know, come on. We all do it at work. Well, shit, at least I've done it at work before, bitch, okay? We all need some privacy to do that shit, though. So now Issa's off work, and she's driving. I'm assuming she's still talking to the Neighbor Bae, because she gets a dick pic, and that, look. That was a handsome penis, all right? That's all I'm going to say about that. And she rear ends the car in front of her after seeing said penis. Girl, get it together. You just fucked your car up over a dick pic. You just fucked your car up over a dick pic. She calls Daniel. She's like, man, I didn't want you to think I was ghosting on you, because she was on her way to see Daniel. And he's like, nah, man, it's cool. Are you okay? You know, where are you at? I'll come get you. Your car. Issa's like, yeah, my car is fucked, but you know, you don't have to worry about that. I'll catch a ride home with the tow truck dude. And he's like, nah, man, where you at? I'm gonna get you. So he comes through, he gets there, they embrace. It's such a sweet embrace. It's like, oh, I'm glad you're here. Oh, it's like, oh, my knight in shining armor. That's the vibe that I got when they first started to embrace, right? But Daniel's like, you know I got you. As he's embracing her, it's so fucking sweet. Issa fucked this up. She pulls back like, we cool, right? And he's like, yeah. She like, well, we both seeing other people, because, you know, last time I wasn't necessarily upfront about my situation, and I don't want to do that this time. I'm trying to be on the same page from the jump. And then he's like, okay, yeah, cool. She and Daniel have such good chemistry. They already have a history. They already dated before. It's like, why are you still pushing this guy away? Like, you know you're not the whole type. You know you want to bae. Like, Daniel, every time she's on a date, she's texting Daniel. Every scene she's in without Daniel, she's texting Daniel. Like, just get with Daniel. See where the fuck it goes. But she's so gung-ho, so damn hell-bent on being a hoe. Like, girl, that's not you. Go on somewhere with that shit. Hoeing ain't fun. It's not. It's lonely. Back at the parents' wedding vow renewal, 35 years. Look at the happy couple. And Molly's talking to her aunties and her great aunties and them, and she said, you know, they were saying, well, we didn't even think they would make it 5 years, let alone 35 years after what that nigga did to my sister. And Molly was like, huh? I thought they had a perfect relationship. Nigga, why would you ever think any couple's perfect? 35 years, you know they done been through some dumb shit. Molly gets all worked up. She storms in the house. Daddy, you cheated on my mama? He's like, that was a long time ago. We worked through it. Molly's like, nah, fuck all this fake shit, man. How could you cheat on my mom? And then Molly's like, then Molly's mother is like, this was a long time ago. Your dad made a mistake. I've forgiven him. We've moved forward. Molly's mom should have checked her, honestly, because Molly was real heated over some shit that happened probably a long fucking time ago. Molly's mom should have been like, girl, if I'm over it and I'm happy, he wasn't putting his hands on me, then what you mad for? It's so funny how, like, Molly put her parents on this pedestal as this perfect couple, and it's like every guy she dated, she wanted to find a father, like, she wanted to find a man like her father. But that's not even realizing that, yeah, even your parents went through some dumb shit. Everybody's parents go through dumb shit. Every couple goes through dumb shit. Why would you think your parents aren't any different? I'm not understanding this disconnect that Molly has with dating, but ding 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 ding, this may be why, because she wants that perfect relationship like her parents had. So anyway, Molly storms out the house and she's taking all of this shit to heart. So as she's walking out the house, she's walking past Joel and Lionel, who I believe are talking, and they're both like, hey, what's wrong? And then Joel's like, I got it. My camera just had the nerve to die on me. But anyway, so Dro and Lionel are just looking at her walk past like, you know, oh shit. And then Dro was like, no, I got it. See, where Lionel fucked up is if he was there with Molly, then he should have been the one to console her. He should have been like, nah, man, I got it. She gets in her car and he drives her car home. So they're in the car talking, and she says she feels stupid thinking that she was gonna find a man like her dad when the whole time their relationship was fake. Girl, no, it wasn't fake. You just have unrealistic expectations of a relationship. That's your problem, and that's why you cannot find anybody right now. They get to Molly's house, and then Molly's like, you know, how you gonna get home? He was like, oh, I'll just take an Uber, the bus, or some shit that he said, and he started to walk away, and then Molly grabbed his wrist, and then next scene, we cut to them dicking her down in her bed. Oh, Molly, what the fuck are you doing? He is not in an open relationship, girl. You about to get your feelings all the way hurt. And if he is in an open relationship, at the end of the day, like, he still has a wife. The wife's cool with y'all fucking, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna go any further than y'all just fucking, you know? Man. Molly, like, pretty much this episode, she was like, I'm in my feelings about my parents not having a perfect relationship, so I'm gonna go fuck somebody. Like, that's stupid to me. I'm sorry. I just don't understand Molly's train of thought a lot of times. So, or maybe that was her excuse to fuck him because she knew she wanted to. We all knew she wanted to. I don't know. But that's the end of the episode. And the promo for the next episode, 6, was Molly and Dro laying in the bed together. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost willing to bet, y'all, that he is gonna have that talk with her, that you knew I was married talk. Well, bitch, you said you were in an open fucking relationship. Even though I know he lying, Molly probably didn't know he was lying. Or the conversation could be, hey, you want to be a sister wife? Who the fuck knows? I cannot fucking wait for this conversation though. I really want to know what the fuck he's gonna say. So thank you for joining me for this episode review. Make sure you subscribe so that you can be notified when I post the review for episode 6. It won't be as late as this one. I promise I will post it next Monday. So if you want the details on this hair, the link to this video is down below. And also details to my makeup that I'm wearing will also be listed down below. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week for episode 6 review. Bye.